passionate souls. Hello, and it's the first day of 2022 and I am so excited. The past few weeks have been a bit rough. You know, there were a few things that we, collective, had to go through and work through. There was a Venus retrograde and all of that stuff. Don't ask me any further about it because I am not a professional astrologer or really knowing about the retrogrades and all of that stuff. I just know it was a Venus retrograde and a lot of stuff from our past possibly came up, and it definitely did for me, but I was good, you know, work through that stuff, release, and move on. So as soon as it was the New Year's Eve, it hit midnight, I could feel everything just lighter, released. And here I am today. It's been a while, but I really have been massively called to do a read for whoever is tuning in today. So, new setup, yeah. Let's go ahead and pull some cards for the highest good of whoever tunes into this video today. And for those who have been following me for a while, you know I choose normally 3, sometimes 4, sometimes 5 cards for whoever's watching the video, and I read the meaning of the card. That's what I do. I do not read tarot. I pull oracle cards. So for the highest good of whoever is tuning into this video today, the 1st of January 2022. Try to do the shuffling a little bit. That doesn't make too much sound. If you are using headphones, headset, we'll call in our higher selves, our divine selves, spirit guides who have our best intentions. So please help us choose some oracle cards that have messages that are positive to help gain clarity, bit of direction, insight. Okay, thank you. Thank you. The deck that we're going to be using today is the Keepers of the Light Oracle cards. Artwork is by Lily Moses, and the deck is by Kyle Gray. Beautiful deck. And of course, I love the colors of the cover. Let's go for it. Okay, we have today 4 cards. 4 is a beautiful number. Balance. The first card, I find it interesting. This is how the cards showed up. Go ahead and straighten them out. They're beautiful cards. And for me, I do not give much meaning to if a card is upside down or not. That's just the way I read, okay? I read the cards, the messages of the cards that have been pulled. Our first one is Odin, Psychic Insight. That is Odin, I hope you see it. Sorry for the reflection on there. There we go. Your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. Interesting. His eyes are two different colors. His right eye is blue and his left eye, I am not sure what color that is. Let's have a look at some of the symbology. On his shoulders, you see there, his shoulders, he has the special symbols on there too. And the feathers on the head. Birds. So if you are working on tapping into your own intuition, have a look at the card. And write down below what it is that you pick up for yourself personally. Messages may be different for everyone. We are all individuals on our own journey. Everyone has their own messages, their own symbology. Let's see a few symbols for myself. Odin. And just be patient with me as I find our card meanings. Odin, Psychic Insight. Your third eye is open. See the truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. Odin is the Norse All-Father god who is revered to the present day. He is a powerful, all-seeing, all-knowing god. His twin flame is Freya, and like her, he has a raven totem. The story goes that he surrendered one of his eyes at a mystical spring called Mimir, so that he could gain the wisdom of the ages. He is strong, but somewhat wild in character, who helps us reawaken our natural psychic instincts and open our third eye so we can look beyond the physical senses and into the spiritual realms. He also helps us recognize that it's okay to have insights into what's happening next. After all, we are the creators of our path. Odin guards the runic alphabet too, and works closely with signs, symbols, and omens. Yeah. Extended message. You are being encouraged to look beyond what your physical eyes are showing you. Look within and follow your intuition or psychic visions. You may want to plan ahead at this time. It's important to keep your mind and energy focused on the best possible outcome. There will be signs and symbols from the light to tell you that you are on the right path. Be aware of winged beings gracing your path as a wink from Odin and the Light Keepers to say that they are honoring your work. Our second card. Is Hyperion. Divine healing. And here we also see we have the color green, which has to do with our heart energy. Honor your sensitivity retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. And here around Hyperion, I notice what could be known or referenced as light language symbols. I'm not sure if you can see that around his head. There you go. I'll put it here. Hopefully you see it. Hyperion. Divine healing. Honor your sensitivity. Retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. About. Hyperion is a spiritual master who lived in the Middle East during the 4th century. At the age of 15, he felt the call to go to the retreat of Saint Anthony in the Egyptian desert. This was busy with people needing healing. So, after a while, he went back home with some monks. During that time, his parents passed away, and it is said that Hyperion was so devoted to service, he gave all of their estate to his brothers and the poor. For the rest of his life, he lived as a hermit in a cave and was said to perform miracles with his prayers and touch. To this day, he is dedicated to healing, but he also helps spiritual people who feel overly sensitive to overcome their challenges and integrate with the normal world. Extended message. The world can seem overwhelming to you, and it's okay to retreat to a safe space every now and then to cleanse and recharge your energy. You may feel called to serve others or share your healing with them, but please ensure you are filled up with light, love, and energy first, so that you are not sacrificing your own development for others. Very important. You are surrounded by the healing light of Hyperion and the healing angels at this time so that you can recharge and feel whole. Our third card is Master Buddha, increased awareness. Deep connection, trust your inner voice. Master Buddha, increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. The Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama, started his life as a rich mollycoddled prince, but one day he broke free from the palace and was exposed to sickness, age, and death. This shook him and set him off on a spiritual adventure that would lead him to leave behind all earthly pleasures and seek enlightenment so that he could end suffering in the world. Now he helps us make contact with our inner teacher and encourages us to acknowledge how we feel and then accept it so that we can move beyond the suffering we feel. Extended message. You are moving beyond the illusions that fear has created so that you can be more focused on your priorities and what is serving you on this path. All suffering eventually comes to an end, and acknowledging how you really feel and what occurred in order for you to feel this way will help you move beyond it. Call on Master Buddha now to help you remember you are part of something that is greater than suffering. The wheel of karma is turning in your favor, and all your acts of kindness and goodness will benefit you. Thoughts may arise now that solve issues in your life, home, relationships, or work. They are being sent to you from your inner teacher, the Buddha within. Our fourth and final card for today. I may have a difficult time pronouncing this one, but let's try. Dval Kul. I'm going to stick with that. Dval Kul. I didn't have a look at what it says on the bottom, but just have a look at the card. Dharma Unfolding. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. Dval Kul. Dharma Unfolding. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. About. Dval Kul, pronounced Dval Kul, known as the Tibetan, is a Tibetan Buddhist master. He is said to have had many incarnations, including as a devotee of Buddha himself, and as one of the 3 wise men who honored the baby Jesus. Through his earthly experiences, he has learned the importance of spiritual practice and discipline, and knows that the path we are on unfolds over time. He is now helping light workers follow their Dharma, which is a Sanskrit word meaning right way of living. Extended message. When Dval Kul appears in a reading, he reminds you that your path is unfolding as it should. Take one step at a time and remember that your only spiritual function is to be happy. You are a powerful person with many lessons under your belt and a real capacity to share your wisdom with the world. Take the time to go over what you have learned recently. Recognize the strengths it has brought you and acknowledge where you have been courageous. Dval Kul is now working with your angel guides to help your journey unfold like a beautiful lotus flower, one petal at a time. I don't know about you, but that was, for me, a very beautiful reading. And I actually started feeling a bit emotional on this last card, Dval Kul. So that was beautiful. Let's do a quick recap. We have for today, the 1st of January 2022. Odin, Psychic Insight. Hyperion, Divine Healing. Master Buddha, Increased Awareness. Dwal Cool. Dharma Unfolding. So yes, that was beautiful. And right now I'm thinking and tapping into, excuse me, tapping into what is coming up, what I'm presently feeling. So we have your psychic insights, tapping into and trusting our intuition. Also the divine healing, which is connected to our heart. So we begin to trust our psychic insight, allowing our third eye, our psychic insight, to be free. The more we trust it, the more messages, insights we will receive and allow to come into our lives. With your increased awareness, that definitely has to do with your psychic insights. And the fact that it is Master Buddha who we have, Dharma unfolding, life path unfolding, with Dwal Cool, who was a follower of Master Buddha. And the colors are actually also very similar, of course, with their robes. This reading was really, really beautiful, and I would love to hear below what came up for you, what feelings, what insights as well have come up for you, what you're feeling about each card, or which card stood out the most for you. Passionate souls, I hope you're all well and just release the past year, release the past 2 years. It's time for us all to move on and welcome the new energy that this new year has to offer us. Much love.